Hello there, Julio. Alright, so over the last few decades there are a number of epidemiologists, great vocabulary, who have claimed, relative clause good, that today's adults devote very little time to do sports and their daily diet is extremely unhealthy. Great. There are numerous reasons which explain this phenomenon, great sentence, such as the lack of time, negative verb, great, for cooking and the spreading of social networks and video games. Increased prevalence is more appropriate than spreading. From my point of view, the government should implement strong actions to solve this situation and prevent our children from following the same unhealthy lifestyle. Great. Firstly, it is commonly agreed that we live in a competitive society in which the average worker spends at least 10 hours per day, per week, per year, be a bit more specific, at the office. As a result, the time they can invest in cooking is scarce. Many individuals end up buying their meals at the nearest fast food restaurants. Develop this argument, like what are the consequences here, develop and push it hypothetically. If a person, if a person continuously eats fast food, which is usually optimized for taste rather than health, dire consequences could avail the customer, or the person, or dire consequences could catch up with, could eventually catch up with the person. Okay, just develop it, use the conditionals, pick up some more points. Another major cause of this unhealthy lifestyle is the appearance of social networks and the rise in video games use. Because thousands of young adults would rather spend, hedging, because in most cases, thousands of young adults would rather spend 1 hour in front of the monitor than working out at the park, rather than, if we had rather in there, rather than, emphasizes the comparison, and again, makes your writing a little bit more advanced. In fact, there is a recent study which shows that there has been a 30% fall in sports in athletic activities among young Spanish workers since the year 2000. Sport practice, we don't say. Okay. And also adjective order, you need to review. It can be clearly seen that we should take this issue seriously because it poses a threat to our society. I firmly believe that the government should increase the sugar taxes in our country. Good. Consequently, this is a great development now. Fast food would become less affordable on a daily basis. People would have dinner at home more often. This would undoubtedly lead to a healthier nation, not to mention a more skilled one. I don't know, just an additional point there. Another key measure would be to fund programs in order to promote sports among youngsters. Great. For example, if the government paid for public bicycles, thousands of young workers would most likely, hedging, cycle to their office, and they would be... So we've got do sports earlier, So what could we say instead? Would be participating in aerobic activities regularly, or would be increasing their heart rate so as to, would gain an increase in heart rate, which inevitably is a healthy outcome, maybe. To conclude, it cannot be denied that we have adopted an unhealthy lifestyle in the beginning of the 21st century due to the rise in popularity, this is most likely due to the rise in popularity of video games and fast food. As a result, it is crucial the government passes concrete laws in order to change things up and improve our lifestyle. Excellent. Okay, change things up. I'm not a big fan of things, okay? Sounds more like spoken English, and then used in this phrasal verb, to change things up. I'm sure we could rephrase it to be a little bit more academic. Pass concrete laws in order to stimulate activity and discourage. In order to stimulate activity, discourage unhealthy food, and ultimately improve our lifestyle. Just a suggestion there. Paragraph provides information regarding student matriculation in Stratford in 2017. Data, yeah, it's optional actually. Data is broken down by type of qualification, namely college or university. Good. Don't think we need capitalization here. Overall, it can be clearly seen that November was the month in which most youngsters applied for college and university. In contrast, excellent. Very few students signed up for either college or university in January. Moreover, July shows the most equal statistics regarding these two types of superior education. Higher education. Okay? So at your level, the corrections are usually just minor ones for word choice, but you need to write these down, Julio. You need to put them in your error folder, okay, and even include hedging, conditional argument development, all these points that I'm mentioning. Then the next time you write your essay, you check them for the mistakes you've made previously. And by self-checking your essay, you're going to be able to catch errors before the examiner does. Firstly, if we take a closer look at the college enrollment progression, we can observe that roughly 75 students matriculated in January. They experienced a moderate increase until, they. So they, does it refer to the students or does it to college? Because if it refers to students, the students didn't experience a moderate increase, you see? So the college experienced a moderate increase until March, followed by a steady decrease over the spring. Good. In July, nearly 100 youngsters applied for Stratford College, and then there's a sharp decrease with just 70 applications in August. Great. Thereafter, enrollments almost doubled in September and again dropped in October. Excellent, almost doubled. Good. At the end of the year, we can observe the maximum number in November at almost 150 students, and finally, another small decrease of 30 applicants. Great. Secondly, university applications in 2017 were equally uneven. They began with just 20 applications, followed by a sharp increase, and again a steady dip along spring. Good. From May onwards, there was a rise in matriculations into July when exactly 100 students enrolled in Stratford. Great little phrase there. Thereafter, we observe a marked fall of 60 students in August, followed by another steady rise to the maximum number in November at roughly 130 enrollments. Roughly. Excellent. Finally, fewer students applied to Stratford in December with just 80 people. Excellent work there. Very impressed, Julio. Keep them coming. And yeah, let me know if you've got any questions.